question for class 7 topic of mathematics, ratio and proportion. We had done proportion in the previous video, and in this one also we will be doing some more questions, some word problems based on the topic of proportion. Before we begin, I advise you to stay at home and be safe and study well. I have noted down one question already for you on the screen so that we don't waste time in this, and we will be taking up a few more questions in this session so that you become well versed with proportion and you can say, yes, I know proportions. Okay, so the question which you see over here is, show that 6, 36, 216 are in a continued proportion. Okay, when I say that these are in a continued proportion, so we will write them like this: 6:36 proportion 36:216 should be true. If I am able to show this, then it means that the given numbers are in continued proportion. What formula I told you? Product of mean should be equal to product of extreme. Okay. Now what are the mean values over here? 36 and 36. So here I have, right, 36 into 36, and this side we will be doing 6 into 216. Okay. So now 36 into 36 gives you 1296, and 6 into 216 also gives you 1296. Now as we show that the product of mean and product of extreme are equal, so we say yes, they are in continued proportion. Yes, they are in continued proportion. Alright, I am writing it in short form so that we can accommodate more questions on the screen. Now I will take up one word problem for you, and the question says, let me read the question to you, and the question is, if 25% can dig a trench in 36 meter long in one day, 25% can dig a trench 36 meter long, okay, in one day, then find the number of persons, X person, because that is the unknown thing to us, so I will say over here, X person can dig a trench. Now how much they have to dig? 108 meter long, 108 meter long in one day. So now because we know that this has to be in proportion, so and for proportion the two ratios should be equal. Therefore we will say that the ratio of the number of persons should be equal to the ratio of the length of the trench. Okay, how will I write? Ratio of number of person should be equal to ratio of the length of the trench. Okay. Now the ratio of the number of person is 25 upon X. This should be equal to the ratio of the length of the trench. Where 25 is there we will write 36. And where X is there we are going to write 108. And we will solve this to get to the number of persons. So if I begin to solve this, this is going to give me 25 into 108 upon 36 is equal to X. 36 ones are 3s are, so it comes to 75. And this becomes the answer. Isn't it so simple? So we write the answer down here. And in the answer we have 75%. We can write it like this also, and we can also write that 75% can make the trench 108 meter long in one day. I hope this is clear. I will take one more word problem with you. Okay children, and the next word problem is Rajat can type 3200 words in 1 hour. How many words can he type in 15 minutes? Let me first write down the statements. Rajat types 3200 words in 1 hour. And 1 hour is 60 minutes. I am writing it in the bracket side by side because I have read in the question that the other unit is in minutes. Then it is saying how many words. So we write over here Rajat types X words in 15 minutes. You can see a similar type of question is there. So we will write over here now the ratio of number of words should be equal to ratio of time. So simple. Now the number of words over here is 3200 upon X should be equal to 60 upon 15. Okay. Now we go to solve this. X is equal to 3200 into 15 upon 60. This is cross multiplication. I have taught you cross multiplication earlier as well. So 15 ones are and 4s are. 8 4s are 32 is equal to 800 words becomes the answer. Right children, this is the answer. Is it clear? I hope you all are understanding. This becomes simple way of solving the question using the method of proportion. Now I take on one more question, and the question is a fraction bears the same ratio to 1 upon 27. I say let the fraction is equal to X. Then according to the question, I will feel the essence of the question and then I am going to write what the question is saying. This is very, very important. Now it says a fraction bears same ratio to 1 upon 27 as 3 upon 7 does to 5 upon 9. A fraction bears the same ratio to 1 upon 27 as 3 upon 7 bears to, where's the question? Bears to 5 upon 9. Bears to 5 upon 9. And they are saying they bear the same ratio, means they are in proportion. Now we will use the formula of products of mean is equal to product of extreme and solve for X. So simple. Okay. So I write over here product of mean is equal to product of extreme. And we have over here 1 upon 27 into 3 upon 7 should be equal to X into 5 upon 7. You can see these are the two mean terms and then we have the two extreme terms. Right children, did you get it? Now we are left with solving this question. So this is multiplied over here. On the other side it will be divided. So I have here 1 upon 27. You children very keenly observe the way I use for solving also. I always try to use a method which is easier to understand. So यहाँ पर multiply है, यहाँ पर ये divide हो जाएगा 5 upon 7. Now when we will move further, we have 1 upon 27 into 3 upon 7 into 7 upon 5. इसका reciprocal करा है because divide is there. Now 7 cancels with 7 and 1 3 with this, so I get 1 upon 45 as the answer. Right children? I hope you are understanding. If you are understanding, children, don't forget to like the video and share it on these social medias so that everybody, especially during this time, gets benefited. Meanwhile, I will just clear this so that we can move on to a few more questions before we end the proportion. And in the next session, in the next class, we will be discussing about the unitary method. These three things go together: ratio, we finished; proportion, we are finishing today; and then in the next class, we will be discussing about the unitary methods. So stay tuned so that you can attend that lecture as well and get benefited. So here it is. And let me take the next question. What is the next question? Let me see. Which one should I take? Okay. The next question I am taking is, Ayushri's goal to practice 20 minutes of maths for every 60 minutes of class time. Means whenever a class of 60 minutes is held, this Ayushri practices for 20 minutes. This is her ratio of class to practice. Now the question is, how many minutes of practice should she do if the class is 90 minutes long? So first we will write the statement. I hope you will be able to do it and you may find the answer maybe before me. If you have been attentive, you can find the answer before me as well. So the first one is, Ayushri practices 20 minutes for a class of 60 minutes. Then we again write, Ayushri practices X minutes for a class of 90 minutes. Now we will equate the two ratios. So ratio of practice time should be equal to ratio of class time. Now the practice time is 20 upon x should be equal to 60 upon 90. Let's see how much this comes to. X is equal to 20 into 90 upon 60. Right? So 0 goes with 0. 2 ones are 3s are. Alright, 3 ones are 30s are. So she needs 30 minutes of practice for a 90-minute class. Answer 30 minutes. Okay children, so you follow step by step and your question will never be wrong. You should be more vigilant with the question and follow the steps. One last question of this type I will take for today and then you can practice, and any doubt children you can ask. The question is, a building casts a shadow that is 432 meter long. At the same time, a person who is 2 meter long casts a shadow 6 meter long. How high is the building? So you know what is a shadow. Now suppose I am standing against light, then you can see my shadow also being formed on the screen. Any obstruction in the path of light casts a shadow. And depending upon the distance of the light and the object, the length of the shadow varies. So they are saying in this question that a person who is 2 meter long casts a shadow of 6 meter. A 2 meter long person, मतलब अगर कोई 2 meter long है तो उसकी shadow कितनी बन रही है? Cast a 6 meter long shadow. Now there is a pole, I think it's a pole, building. The length of the shadow of the building is given. we have to find the length of the building. So the length of the building is not known. A X meter long building cast a 432 meter long shadow. We have to find this X. So how will I put the ratio? I say the ratio of the object. Here objects are different. So I am using the word object and shadow. First case, the object is a person, then is a building. But shadow will be formed in a similar manner. So I have written ratio of object should be equal to ratio of shadow. Right, children? I hope this is clear. Now ratio of object is 2 upon x should be equal to 6 upon 432, which gives me 432 into 2. See, this will go here, this will go here, then it will become 6x. This you have done a lot of times, still I will do it once for you. 6 into x is equal to 2 into 432. Then x will be divided this side and we will get the way which I have been doing for you. So 6 ones are 3s are. Now with the table of 3, 3 ones are 3 ones are 3, 13, 3 4s are 12, 1 carry, 3 4s are 12. So for the shadow which is 432 meter long, the length of the building is 144 meters. We can mention the answer over here is equal to 144 meter is the length of the building. I hope you have understood how to apply proportion for finding out the unknown value. This is very easy method because it gives you the direct ratio. एक चीज का ratio, then the ratio of the other thing. So we don't tend to get confused. Still, if you have any doubt, you'll always find me there helping you out. Till then, be safe children. Bye-bye.